All right, Bill, here's my thoughts on the 2-1 loss to the Minnesota Wild in overtime. And from what I understand, listening to some of the talking after the game, we should be all cheering. What an effort for this team. We got a point. A back-to-back game. We had to travel from St. Louis to Minnesota. Woo. Wow, that's I've actually done traveling in that area, Nashville to Minnesota. What is that? Is that an hour flight? I'm going to guess the one from St. Louis, because St. Louis is closer to Minnesota, is probably a little less. But yeah, these guys, it's tough for them to do that. They played a game where they put no effort forth. First period, they played one period, and then they came out, and we should give them an award for trying tonight. Well done. Well done. This team is a losing team. If this is your mentality going in, you're playing Minnesota Wild. I know they're a hot team. I know they're on a run, and you're happy to get a point. What should we? This is like soccer when you just don't keep score because everyone wins. It's a freaking NHL. You shouldn't be happy about getting a point. And the only reason you got a point is because Anthony Stolar stood on his head. That's the only reason. He just couldn't stop Johnny T from scoring. And then a horrible line change in overtime, and it's a 2-on-0. If you'd only stopped Johnny T from scoring, it would have been a 1-0 game. Did the Leafs play better than they did against Columbus after the last back-to-back? Yeah. They didn't play horrible. They didn't win. You should not go into 2 games against the St. Louis Blues, who, if I'm not mistaken, got destroyed, 8-2 by Ottawa? You lost 2 games to St. Louis Blues. You see on season starts, you got St. Louis, Minnesota. 3 points sounds good. Not 1. Anyways, let's talk about this game. See, I'm going to tell you something, just for you, because, again, it was another night off for Willie Nylander in line. Willie scored a power play goal. Whoop-de-doo. We should, oh, my God, we're turning the corner. We scored a power play goal. Woo! It was a hell of a pass by Matthews, but woo! What are we cheering? These are the things we're actually getting excited for as Leaf fans. This is the things we're getting excited for. By the way, Ryan Reeves in the lineup. Would you like to know his box score, everybody? It's going to be shocking. 0, 0, 0, 0. Oh. He had 2 penalty minutes. 2 penalty minutes in 6 minutes and 26 minutes of ice time. We are now 3-5-2 with this bum in the lineup. We'll keep playing him, though. Makes sense. He gives you absolutely no chance to score. He does nothing of value. I think he took a penalty tonight because Benoit was all with Hartman. Ryan Hartman. Ryan Hartman tripped him. If Ryan Hartman ain't scared of you, I'm going to get best the NHL ain't scared of you there, Ryan. No one's scared of you. Anyways, let's get into this game. Again, so I'm going to tell you something for you Leaf fans. You can always tell what the other team thinks about the Toronto Maple Leafs when the Leafs are on the road. Because the home coach is going to put his best line up against the line where he thinks he's got the best potential of scoring. That's how it works in the NHL. Would you like to know what line Kiprusoff, Zuccarello, and Boldy Rossi went up against? Anyone clear on this? Now, you'd be surprised. Johnny T's line. Johnny T -1. They only scored 2 goals. Oh, yeah. So the first goal was Ryan Hartman. You can always tell. Johnny T, not once tonight, not once, won a battle on the boards. An $11 million piece of garbage didn't win one battle on the board all night. Every time he got the puck, he lost it. And you know what? He scored the goal. It says Ryan Hartman. And it looked like he kicked it in. No, Johnny T was like this. His legs were fully apart. Guy can't skate anyways. It's tough to skate when your legs are like Bambi. When you're like Bambi in front of the net, like a deer, it's tough to move. So he kind of floats his stick in, and Hartman kicks his stick. Hartman hits a stick and goes in. Go for Johnny T! That's 2 straight games with own goals. We have scored more on their net, on our own net than we did tonight. It was 1-1. We scored both goals. We might as well score the third goal because Ekman Larsson going off the ice. And then the Leafs get a power play. And whoop-de-doo, they score. Nylander on a beautiful pass from Matthews. I guess Marner got an assist on it too for Mitchie Boytanen it around the ice. I will say at least the first line. Now, see what here's another thing that the opposing team does. They take their best checking center when you're away, and they put it against the best line you have. See how that works? Now, did the Leafs give a good effort? Yes. This is way better than Columbus. This is not even in the... This is 10 times the effort of Columbus. 10 times the effort of Columbus. They still lost. They're 6-5-1. Or sorry, now 6-5-2. This is a team that's supposed to make the playoffs and do all the good stuff and all that, and they're a different team. Don't look different to me. It looks like the same 4 players, and you hope that Nylander doesn't take the night off. You know Tavares can't skate. So that's now 2-2 with the Pacioretty, Nylander, Tavares line. The line sucks when Nylander takes the night off because the other 2 guys can't do anything. You got Johnny T destroying, like terrible, scoring on our own net, can't skate, can't win a battle on the boards. Does he actually go home? Does he go? Maybe they're staying in a hotel tonight because then they're flying back for the Boston game. I'll talk about that in just a sec. Does he actually sleep in his bed and actually think he like how? You know, does he actually think he's good? Does he actually think he's an NHL caliber player? Like he scored a goal on himself tonight. Is he going to bed with like, yeah, I played a pretty good game? Like how do you not go to bed embarrassed? Maybe he should invite someone over and pay some money, and him and his, he could watch people have fun with someone. Get to the overtime. Again, the only reason it got to overtime is Stolarz. Stolarz played awesome. Stolarz was your first, second, third star again. I think I put that on repeat. He made some big saves. No one taking anyone in front of the net. Ryan Hartman having a field day out there. Ryan Hartman. You name the player, they went to the net. Name the Leaf that went to the net other than the name not ending in Nyes. Tell me the other player that went to the net. No one. When the goal was scored, who was in front of the net? Nyes. That's the only guy I saw for the Leafs go to the net. Nylander certainly didn't go to the net. He fired a couple shots. Not going to the net. Oh, I think Kampf went to the net once. I know. I'm like, whoa. Someone actually went to the net. Crazy. Let's play on the outside and dance. The overtime goal. Domi throws it up. Domi was at the end of his shift. For Larsson to go for a change there, that's moronic. That's stupid. And I think it was Max Pacioretty. Once you see your defenseman go for a line change, you can't play in the middle. You gotta stay back. I know it would have been nothing 2-on-1 with Max Pacioretty is going to be terrible too. But you got to stay. There's got to be some awareness on the ice. And Domi, what was he thinking? The guy's going to bank it off the boards, I guess. Hell of a play by Spurgeon. Next thing you know, Boldy, hell of a move. Stolarz didn't deserve that fate. You lose 2-1. Now, on Tuesday, I will be at the game. I will get to see the Boston Bruins against the Toronto Maple Leafs live. I will be with a Boston Bruins fan. I'm hoping I can chirp him a little bit. Get a little chippy chirpstein. Like my daughter, I call him Chirpy McChirpstein. I'd like to chirp him a little bit. I see the Bruins have got like 2 shutouts in a row. Hey, for this offensive, it's really tough to win games when you score 3 goals in 2 games, too. You might want to throw that in the mix. Maybe we don't have the offense. Maybe go to the net. Anyways, I'll be able to watch that game live. So, again, by the time I get on the GO train, head back home, we're probably looking at about a 12 o'clock arrival time. That game's not on Prime, I guess, but I'll get to at least watch it live, which would be cool. I get to see a little bit. I love watching the games live because you get a bit of more of a feel for the game. But anyways, Leafs, hero cookies, I guess, for everybody. Tacos and Kool-Aid for everyone. 2-1 loss in overtime. Cheers.